I think you're saying the word kabaddi, and I don't know what kabaddi means.
Hi guys, welcome back with another episode of Across the World YouTube channel video series that tries to promote understanding and acceptance between different cultures, and especially we are now talking about USA and Pakistan. So today with me a friend of mine from Islamabad, Pakistan, Hamad Hassan, and Tim Jones from across the world join us to share with you guys about their cultures. In previous episode, we have discussed about the rules for women dress in Pakistan compared with USA, and today we are going to talk about men. So in today's video, we are going to discuss how men dress in Pakistan compared with USA. By the way, if you have missed our previous episode, you can click over here to watch them, and let's get started.
Mr. Tim, my first question from you is, are there items of clothing a man in USA can wear as young boy that he can no longer wear once he is getting married? If so, why is that?
Really, in our culture, whether a person is married or not really does not matter in terms of men's clothing. A man who is not married can wear the same clothes as a man who does get married. The only thing I might add is that sometimes when you get married and you are happily married, some men spend less time and attention on what they wear. They start to wear more relaxed clothing at home because they don't have to try to look their best. Does that make sense?
Yes. Oh, what about Hamad? What about in Pakistan?
I also agree with Mr. Tim that the dressing of man do not depends upon whether he is married or not, but it mostly depends upon whether he likes it or not. But in the later stages, I think so. Here is a trend that mostly old people, old men, try to wear Shalwar Kameez, which is a national dress of the country. That's it.
Mr. Tim, please ask Hamad, what is Shalwar Kameez?
Hamad, what is Cheval Kameez?
Shalwar Kameez is, you can say that it is a long shirt and with a very open, you can say, pant. It is very loose dress, you can say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Like if we can say, men in pant. Actually, pants are very tight. It might be some pants are loose for some brands, but
Mhm.
shalwar is flexible and men can move
Okay.
freely.
Like stretch pants.
Uh, when you
Okay.
when you come to Pakistan, we will inshallah give you as a gift.
Okay, thank you. Get extra large. I'm big.
Yes, we inshallah stitch for you, especially for your specific size.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so moving forward, my next question, Mr. Tim, is, can men be seen in public not wearing a shirt or dress?
First of all, if you're a little boy, you're a little kid, 5 or 6 years old, nobody cares really. But as you become an adult, it would be perfectly appropriate not to wear a shirt if you're at a swimming pool or at a lake or at the ocean because you're swimming in the water. But if you were just walking down the street and you didn't have a shirt on, that would be considered a little disrespectful. It would be considered inappropriate, and people, they may say nothing, but people would be thinking, hey buddy, put on a shirt. They probably would not say that, but they might think that.
Yes. Hamad, please tell us about something in Pakistan.
Yes, here also in Pakistan, it is unethical to off your shirt in the public, and mostly you can be without shirt in some particular places, like if you are playing some such type of a game. Like here, kabaddi is very common in the villages. So in kabaddi, the wrestlers don't wear shirt on their bodies, but
Hamad,
overall
hold
in
on.
public it is unethical.
Hamad, hold on. Tim, did you ever play kabaddi, or did you ever see someone playing kabaddi?
I think you're saying the word kabaddi, and I don't know what kabaddi means. So maybe I know it by a different name, but by the name kabaddi, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. Kabaddi is type of a wrestling in which the two healthy men, they try to grip body of the other wrestler, and I cannot explain now in this word, but I will try to explain it that there is a ground. There are two teams. For example, on one side there are five wrestlers. The one wrestler from the other team will go to the area of the opposite team, and he will try to touch the any one of them, and after touching he will try to run from there and go to his own territory, and the other wrestlers will try to grab him and grip him and not allow him to pass a boundary. There is a boundary line there.
Hamad, complete your answer, please.
I will say that overall in public places, it is very, very unethical for a man that he is without a shirt. So he should cover his body when he is in a public place
But if you
So,
in
were to go to a
Pakistan.
swimming pool or go to a lake to swim in the lake, then could they take their shirt off?
Yeah, yes, surely when they are in, I have said that in a particular places, they are allowed to off their shirts, like in swimming pools. If they are going to some site like lake, they can do that, but not in bazaar or in market, in
Mm-hmm.
on a road or in an office or in a school, you can say.
Okay. So not unlike us. Very,
so
very
okay,
similar.
yes. So moving forward, is there any difference of men clothing between rural areas and big cities, Mr. Tim?
I don't think so much, except if you're in a city, there's more of a chance that you might be working in an office environment. And in some office environments, you may be expected to dress a little more formally, perhaps wear a suit or a jacket. In rural areas, you might be working outdoors more, or in a farm, or in a small store. So you might dress more casually. But I would say overall, there's not that much difference. I would say as a society, people dress far less formally now than they did back in the 1960s and 1970s. Even in office environments, it's quite common to wear a shirt without a tie, not needing a suit. There are some professions like people who are attorneys, lawyers. There are certain professions where it is expected that you wear a suit, you dress more formal. But for many, many jobs, comfort is more important, and people dress much more relaxed nowadays than they used to.
Hamad, what you said about Pakistan?
Well, here in Pakistan, there is much difference between cities and rural areas and villages. Mostly in villages in Pakistan, people wear Shalwar Kameez, which I have explained earlier that it is a national dress here in Pakistan. So in rural and village areas, people, there is a trend of wearing local dresses, regional dresses. Well, in the cities, there is a trend of wearing pant shirt, because pant shirt is not a national dress here in Pakistan, but no, a large community in cities wear pant shirt, and it is the official dress also in the offices and in the schools and colleges. And so I will say that in cities and villages, there is a large difference. Villagers mostly wear shalwar kameez, and in cities, there is a trend of pant shirt also.
Mr. Tim, another very interesting question is there any difference in a dress of a young man from older men just like you? Oh, sorry, just a young person.
Again, if you're young and you're in your, between age 16 years old and maybe 28 years old, you may be more interested in dressing with the latest styles. You want to be popular, you want to fit in, you want to dress, you're more influenced by how other people dress. You want to kind of fit in with the group. As you get older, those things become less important. And I think comfort becomes more important. And people wear things like t-shirts and shorts and just clothes that are more comfortable as you get older. Fashion becomes less important, I think.
So Hamad, please tell us something about that.
In Pakistan, the old men usually they try to wear some local dress, which is Shalwar Kameez, and as compared to the young men, uh, which in especially in the cities, they wear pant shirt and coat tie when they are in office. So there is a difference, somehow difference between the clothings of men and young men and old men. Old men are simple; they do simple dressing, and the young men they try to follow the trends.
Alrighty.
Okay, moving forward, Mr. Tim, please tell us what people wear in a relaxing mode when they are usually when they are at home in USA.
Yes. Well, um, you know, when people are really just dressing to relax, it's surprising that a lot of the clothes that men wear and women wear are very similar when they're relaxing at home. For example, it's going to be hard to tell, but this is a pair of pants called pajamas. Pajamas. That it's clothing that you might wear to go to bed or you might wear around the house in the evening when you have no visitors. Very relaxed, very comfortable, but you would never wear that outside. Here's another type of thing that a lot of men and women wear when they're just trying to be relaxed and comfortable.
So
This
actually
is
loose
called
shirt.
this is a t-shirt to look like the jersey of one of the sports teams in my area. We have an American football team called the Seattle Seahawks. This is their colors. Number 3 is the number of one of their star players. And so a lot of people will wear t-shirts. Very comfortable, very relaxed. And and some people who don't take care of themselves may wear the same t-shirt for several days in a row. You shouldn't do that.
Hamad, please tell us something about Pakistan.
In Pakistan, also when the people are in relaxed mood, they, especially men, wear trousers, which you can also say pajamas, short pajamas and short trousers, and sports shirts, you can say, when they are in relaxed mood, or shalwar kameez, which is a very relaxing dress, which you can wear.
So we are going to say bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Allah Hafiz.
Bye. Thank you for your time.
So that's
All
it
right.
for today's video actually.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Hamad and Tim Jones, for sharing valuable information about the men dresses with our audience. So we have learned something about dressing, how men dress, what's the difference of a young man dress, an older man dress, and the difference how people wear dress in rural areas or in major cities in USA and Pakistan. I am your host Hafiz Ramzan from Lahore, Pakistan. Don't forget to subscribe our Across the World YouTube channel and click the bell icon to get notification of our latest episodes from Across the World YouTube video series. Goodbye.